Hey everybody, Aaron here. So, as you can see, we're finally looking at what I'll be watching and reviewing in the 2018 winter season. I should have had this done probably last week, to be honest with you, but I saw everyone and their mothers was doing it already, so it's like, yeah, I decided to wait a little bit longer, and before I knew it, like, the longer amount of time I waited to now, it's like, what? Basically, the next week, I think, is the start of the actually, with Overlord coming out today, or yesterday, excuse me, technically I've already started, but whatever, it's close enough. Half the shows that are on this list will be coming out next week. I'm gonna make this really fast, guys and girls. I'm not gonna go and read every single one. You guys can see that right here. I'm using Mal, so hopefully if you guys want to follow along with me, you can do that. But you know, I'm not gonna be reading every single one. My voice would cut out by then if I do that, and I'm not planning to watch a whole bunch of shows, as you probably have seen in my, I think, New Year's video that came out, you know, New Year's Eve. I don't want to do a lot of reviews this season. There's a reason for that. There really is. I want to do maybe like at most 10. And I know that still seems like a lot, but at most I'll be watching 10 shows, at least doing reviews for them. That does not mean, by the way, guys and girls, that I'm not going to be reviewing, or excuse me, watching shows on the side. I still be doing that. I just won't be doing episodic reviews for it. Now, I'll also give the disclaimer, like always, because it's kind of necessary. With every season, you know, I have a life too, so there are times where I might have to drop a show in terms of like doing reviews for it, and if that happens, I'm sorry. I really must have had something come up, or maybe have too many things happen, or I'm too busy, or came out a day that I was busy, etc. And if that happens, I will give you guys notice on Twitter, so definitely go follow me on Twitter for that, you know, because otherwise I really won't make probably an update video for that. But also, if I ever get a copyright strike, or if a video is doing very poorly and I just feel like no one's watching the reviews for it, I will also drop it in terms of doing reviews, because I'd rather not waste my time. It's like, you know, I don't want to get 10 views, 20 views on something where I know I can do something else and be getting like hundreds of views on it. And, you know, it seems shallow in some ways, because you're like, oh, wait, you're going to do it because of the views. Well, yeah, to a certain degree, I want people to engage by watching the reviews. I can't really do that if I only get a few on them. So, you know, if a show does really poorly, I will not watch it anymore, and I probably won't do reviews for it anymore. But like I said, I probably will still be watching on my own, so you know, a full series review will come out for it at a later date. Anyways, let's talk about this now. Right away, some of you are gonna be pissed off. Please don't leave the video. I'm not watching Overlord 2 yet. Keyword yet. I'm still catching up with the first season. Yes, it took me this long to do it. I really love the show, by the way. It's amazing. You know, I actually have read some of the light novels and stuff like that, but the thing is that Overlord 2, the actual, you know, or excuse me, Overlord 1, you know, I have not finished. I'm on episode, I think, as of recording this, episode 7, I want to say, so I'm nearly done. Will I have reviews out for this? I don't know. I'll try. I really will. If I do, I'll probably come in like episode 3 or 4. I'll start doing reviews from there. It sounds a little weird, but we'll see what happens with that. I do want to review Overlord. I do. So expect a full series review of it. No matter what, I should have a full series review of it, even if I don't do episodic reviews for it. Seven Deadly Sins, probably not. I'm not caught up with Seven Deadly Sins, unfortunately. I do want to watch Seven Deadly Sins, but you know, I just been too busy with other things to watch it. Citrus, yeah, you know, I feel like a lot of people are gonna ask me to watch Citrus. You know, I know what Citrus is about. Yes, it's technically a shoujo AI, but it's basically yaoi. It's you know, two girls together. Or is that yaoi or yuri? I might be wrong with that. I always get the two mixed up, and I shouldn't, because it's like I know by now which one's which. But regardless, the two girls fall in love with each other and stuff like that. You know, I will say that Citrus, I've heard amazing things from the manga. It's probably one of the most well-known series probably around in terms of this, and there are a lot of passionate viewers, or excuse me, readers of the series that, you know, I'll say this right now. If you guys want me to review Citrus, and if you really do, tell me in the comments below you want me to review it, and I will think about doing it. I'm not 100% sure if I will or not, but I probably will if I see enough people. It's not, I don't need like millions of people to tell me, by the way. I just need a few. If a few people tell me they want the reviews for it, I'll do a few. I'll do a review and see how it goes. Fate Extra Last Encore, which we're over here, by the way, guys. That will definitely be something I'm going to review episodically. First off, I love Shaft, okay? Shaft is amazing. But Fate, you know, Extra was actually probably one of the coolest games I played. And by the way, this is the game that goes way back. It's like, almost like rock, paper, scissors in many ways, where you have to pick between attack, charge, and defend. And that was how everything went, but you didn't know how your opponent was choosing. It was a very hard RPG for that reason, because there were times where you really had to figure out sort of things about, you know, how to plan an attack out when you really don't know what the other person's going to do. But it was a wonderful game. It had a really cool ending. I love the ending for it. And many of you probably know the more recent Fate Extra game, which was like a more Dynasty Warriors-esque game. But this one's based more on the RPG, so it's the beginning of it. And essentially, we're having a story that's basically a kind of, I want to say, virtual world concept. So the guy's trapped in a virtual world, and he doesn't realize it at first, etc. It gets pretty dark, and at least in the game, so I'm presuming that the anime will do the same. I love, by the way, that thumbnail, like right here, look at this. That is awesome. Shaft doing it, I'm very, very happy about that. All right, moving on. Death March, no, I have no, thing with that. I really don't know if I don't even know if I've even heard of this. It seems familiar, but I don't think I want to. It sounds too much like a regular isekai, and I'm like, yeah. The Kashi, no. Not after the struggle people had with the first season and reviewing it. I don't want to get into that. Really don't. Darling of the Frank, hell yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've seen some of it. It's done by two studios I freaking love, A1 Pictures and Trigger. Those two alone, it should be an amazing pair up. I mean, you have the powerhouse of A1 Pictures, and then you have the animation of Trigger. That's going to make for one hell of an anime, hopefully, and I'm looking forward to that. So definitely expect reviews for that. Beatless. It sounds pretty interesting from what I read. I read the synopsis of this already with the whole, AI apparently and stuff like that. It sounds like, yes, as you see, a romance story and sci-fi story, but it's got action too, which is interesting. I don't know if I'll watch it, but I do think I might do episodic reviews for it, see how they go, and we'll figure out from there. Koi wa Omagari no Yu ni. I actually don't know if I've heard of this. And by the way, a lot of these you're going to notice I haven't heard of, only because I really didn't go through the list with a lot of people. Akira is a soft-spoken high school student who used to be part of the track and field club, but due to an injury, she's no longer able to run as fast as she once could. Working part-time at a family restaurant as a recourse, she finds herself inexplicably falling in love with her manager, a divorced 45-year-old man with a young son. That sounds kind of intriguing, because that's a big age gap. Holy crap. Yeah, it's by Wit Studio, so Wit Studio, come on, they do some great stuff, so yeah, I'll see if I might do reviews for that. We'll see what happens with that. Expect maybe episode 1 review at least for it. No, the Cardcaptor Sakura. I like Cardcaptor Sakura. I just don't feel like watching another season of it, to be honest with you. I think it was okay the way it ended originally. No, I've never seen the original one for Saiki Kuso. No, whatever that. However you say that. This, I swear to God, when I first saw this, by the way, Karakari Jozo no Takagaki-san, I swear he looked like Shinji when I first saw him. Does he look like Shinji? Look at him. He looks like Shinji. But no, I'm probably not going to watch that. It looks interesting, but I don't think I want to watch that. Kokuo looks very intriguing to me. It's got two elements I love, mystery and psychological, so I'm thinking I might watch that. The whole focus apparently is that this girl runs out to save her father, who had been actually her family, who's been held ransom, and from there apparently she uses basically just a knife and also the stone that stops time. But when she gets there, apparently she's not the only one that could go and move through time. It's very interesting. I want to see that. That looks interesting to me. Now, many of you guys know, being a horror buff, I love horror stuff. Junji Ito, his works are amazing to me. I have the whole series of Tomy. I've read almost half of his works that are the bigger stuff, and I've read even some of the smaller manga one-shots and stuff like that, or one-shots, excuse me. The thing is that I'm very scared to review Junji Ito collection, because I feel like if I do review this, I'm gonna get striked, because Junji Ito is a big name in Japan, and he's one of the biggest in terms of horror out there, probably like out of everyone. So I'm almost terrified to do reviews for that. I would love to, don't get me wrong, I legit want to, because I want to watch it. So what's gonna happen with that is I'm gonna try maybe to do a first review for the first episode. Keyword try. My style that I'm going to be planning to do, and it's kind of a spoiler of what I'm going to do, but the style I plan on doing for my new review kind of way of doing reviews and stuff like that, I don't know what the hell I just said. I'm going to not have images with this, and you'll understand when you actually see the first review of the new season. I'll try to do a better job of actually showing that. I don't want to tell everyone because I don't want to spoil it, but I won't have images for this if I do review for that. We'll see what happens though. I'm not 100% sure if I want to yet, because it's a dangerous game to play with that. Hakata Kotu Ramens. I have no idea what this is. Let's see. In a city known as Fukuoka, crime exists in the underworld from a seemingly peaceful surface. In the Harakata ward of the city, there are various individuals with special talents that consist of professional killers, detectives, informants, professional revenge seekers. Furthermore, according to urban legend, an individual known as a killer professional killers has shown up in the city. That actually kind of sounds interesting. It's only one genre, action. Yeah, maybe I'll do episodic reviews of that, see what happens. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Pico. It has a weird art style to it. It's so weird. No, I'm not watching that. No. Killing Bites, Linden Films. I mean, I like some of the Linden films. I don't know. It's animal hybrids, which means you can expect a lot of fan service, I bet you, from this. And of course, Ecchi. I didn't even look at that. I just realized that. So we have Ecchi. We have, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Killing Bites. Put it up to a big episode 1 review probably will come out. Gintama, no, I'm not caught up with Gintama, unfortunately. You know, I do plan on one day catching up with that, but not anytime soon. Gendo Guardian, no. I watched some of the first season. I had to drop that show. Like I'm still watching, so I don't want to say dropped it completely, but it's not my cup of tea. Eurocamp, I have no idea what that is. Nanatsu no Bikudo. I think that's the opposite of 7 Million Sins. It's like 7 something. It's like very similar to it, but no, I'm not watching that. Toji no Miko. I've read some of this already. It sounds interesting because it sounds like a fantasy type action world where, again with the super. I'm telling you, by the way, guys, a girl. I swear to you, I did not look at the genres for these half the time, and I just could think of what they are. That's weird. But what's interesting about this is it seems kind of like a show I might enjoy, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to watch it or review it. So that's a big maybe also. Gaku and Babysitters, no. Ryo no Oshigeto Goto, no. Doko Token Rambo. I don't know. That's the one. If that's the one, I think that's the one based off the comedy one, and I'm not a huge fan of that one, so no. Basilisk, I think way back when, I know what Basilisk is, and I've read some of the manga for it, but I've never actually seen the anime for it, so probably not. Yuishima Pedal, no, I'm not going to watch that. March and Matcha, nope. I have no idea what that is, nope. Oh, actually, someone told me about this, Hakume to Mikochi. I've heard a little bit about that, but I don't know if I want to watch that. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. I don't think, I think really basically after everything else, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, 25 Sai no Joshi Kisose looks intriguing to me. Because, it comes off as taboo for the fact that she's a student, but as you read in the thing, she's actually 25 years old. She's actually filling in for her cousin who refuses to go to school. So, her falling in love with the teacher doesn't seem that, taboo. It's interesting. I might watch that. We'll see what happens. I might watch that. I don't know if I'll do reviews for it, but we'll see what happens with that. Now, here's a big one. This one, I want to do reviews for it, but I'm also terrified of doing reviews for it because it's like, I have to see how much I remember of it. So, Hakaku Hosen Engi, or Soul Hunter is known in English. I actually own the series. I've watched this whole series twice in my life. It came back when I was a kid. I was like 9 years old when the series came out in 1999. And I never thought it would ever get a sequel. I mean, I remember ending on a very kind of like open-end type story. And I was like, it always was one of the things I think pissed me off most about the show was that it just ends like that. But apparently it's getting a sequel, which is very interesting. I don't know if this is a sequel or an adaptation, like a remaster of it or restart of it. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. That's a big maybe, depending on what day it comes out. And I think that is all, folks. Yeah, for the continuing stuff, I'll still be reviewing, of course, Ancient Magus Bride. I'll still have that out review-wise. Boruto, I stopped doing reviews for. March comes Alliance second season. I will have a continuation reviews for that. I don't think anything else will be stuff that I'll be watching. I'm just looking through, by the way, guys, so bear with me for a second. But nah, I think that's it. Whatever's airing this season, I will still be continuing, so don't worry about that. It's not like it's gonna stop coming out, but I think everything else basically came out already. The ONAs, I forgot all about these. Be the Beginning. I've heard a lot about this, and I do want to watch Be the Beginning. It sounds very awesome. Production IG is probably one of my favorite studios for movie stuff and all that. So 12 episodes long. I'm definitely gonna be thinking of watching that. I don't know. It's coming out in March, so we got some time before that comes out. But I do want to see that. And then in terms of anything else, probably not. I mean, maybe Days, the OVA of Days, because I did watch the thing. apparently Attack on Titan movie's coming out. Well, that doesn't mean we're gonna get that anytime soon though, because it's gonna be a long time before we get that. Bungo Stray Dogs, trust me, when it comes out, I will be reviewing that in a heartbeat. I love Bungo Stray Dogs, and that's about it, folks. Oh, is that another Real Life? Oh, did not know about that. It's also March. You know, why is it that they're showing stuff from March? I mean, I get winter stuff, but you know, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, but a lot of other shows. I think I've heard about the other Fate series. I don't know if that's coming out in this anytime soon, but I do plan on doing that Fate series where it's not the Fate Encore, like actually Fate Extra, like I said before, but it's the other one where it's like more of a high school story. I'll do reviews for that if it comes out during the season, but I don't know if it is. But anyways, like I said, folks, let's actually do a quick tally of all the stuff we'll be reviewing. So I'll be doing, let's see, 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, 5, 6. Already scared. 7, 8, 9, 10 probably, 11. No, I was gonna say 11 now. 12, and whatever else I'm reviewing. So we're looking at possibly still 15 shows. Yeah, that's gonna have to be knocked down. So what I'm gonna do though is what I'll promise you guys at least, or at least try to, I shouldn't say promise, but I'll try, is I'm going to make it where I do reviews at least for the first episode. And if I can continue going, if it does well, I will continue doing reviews for it. And unless something changes, you know, God forbid anything changes, then I kind of just have to stop. But the shows that get put to the side, if they're shows I'm watching and I like them and I want to do reviews for them, I always have the opportunity to do it. It's kind of the beauty of having my own channel. I can kind of switch things around and do whatever I want with it, you know. But we'll see what happens, you know. I'm definitely looking forward to the season. It's not a super packed season, but it's still got a lot of shows that I think I'm going to enjoy, and hopefully you guys will too. Remember, guys and girls, comment down below. It's really important. What shows you want me to watch, you know. I could watch a lot of different shows, but you have to be the one to tell me what shows to watch. If you want me to watch a specific show, you know, especially with Citrus, if you guys want me to watch Citrus, I need at least, we'll say 5 comments of me watching Citrus. We'll be nice about that, 5. So if you want me to watch Citrus, the 5 comments, at least saying to watch it. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye.